It's happening again, and this time there's video proof. The internet is on fire tonight after a new clip surfaced that has everyone asking the same question. What really happened between Jim and Chrissy that night? Because what we just saw changes everything. For months, fans have been fed lies, cover-ups, and carefully edited statements. But now, a leaked recording, shaky, raw, and absolutely chilling, has ripped the curtain wide open. The screams, the accusations, the sound of something breaking, and a single, whispered sentence that's already gone viral. You said it would never get out. Within minutes, Twitter imploded. Hashtags like #Chrissy exposed and #Jim lied again shot to #1. Celebrities are deleting posts. PR teams are scrambling. And insiders are warning that this is just the beginning. Because what's in that video isn't just an argument. It's a meltdown. It's betrayal, jealousy, manipulation, and something much darker. Sources close to the couple say it's only a fragment of what really went down. There are messages, voicemails, and even a hidden camera angle that no one was supposed to see. And tonight, it's all coming out. Every secret, every scream, every second of that night is about to be dissected. You think you know the story? Think again. This is the truth they never wanted you to hear. When the video first dropped, no one believed it was real. A dimly lit hallway, muffled voices, and then her scream. You could hear it echo down the corridor like a crack in glass. Fans froze the frame, enhanced the audio, compared shadows, even traced the reflection off a glass door, and there was no denying it. It was them. Jim and Chrissy. The couple everyone thought was perfect. The night everything fell apart was no rumor anymore. It was captured and someone had leaked it. The video begins quietly, with laughter, the kind of laughter you fake when cameras are still rolling. But then something shifts. You hear Chrissy say, "Stop pretending, Jim." He answers, "You started this." The next 5 seconds are chaos, a thud, the sound of glass shattering, and a voice trembling but sharp whispering. "You told me she was gone." And that's where the clip ends. But the internet, it exploded. Within minutes, a Reddit thread claimed to have the full recording. A user under the handle @NightVisionLeak posted, "There's more. You can hear someone else in the room." Screenshots followed, grainy, blurred, but damning. A figure in the corner, half hidden behind a curtain. Fans speculated it was Layla Torres, Jim's rumored co-star from The Golden Hour. The woman tabloids accused him of being too close with during filming. Layla's rep immediately denied it. But then a voice note leaked. It's only 9 seconds long. A woman crying softly, whispering, "He told me he'd left her." And though the voice hasn't been verified, fans swore it was Layla. The pitch, the tone, the heartbreak, identical. Within hours, #LaylaGate trended worldwide. Jim's PR team issued a statement calling the clip fabricated. But insiders from the production set said otherwise. One crew member who only identified herself as M told a gossip channel, "We saw things. Arguments after takes, late night calls, things that didn't feel professional." Then came the text messages. Leaked screenshots from Chrissy's private iCloud messages labeled Jim_final. In them, she writes, "You lied again. I have the messages. I have the recording. Don't test me." And his reply allegedly just said, "You wouldn't dare." The tone wasn't love. It was war. By sunrise, TikTok detectives had already reconstructed a timeline. The night of the argument, Jim was supposed to attend a charity gala. Chrissy never showed. Paparazzi footage captured him leaving early, looking tense, phone in hand. 3 minutes later, he's spotted pulling into their private residence. That's where the video picks up and where the world now knows everything went wrong. But here's the twist. Someone inside their circle had that footage the entire time. According to a new anonymous insider known only as Echo. The video wasn't filmed by paparazzi, it was from their home security feed. It wasn't supposed to be public, Echo wrote in a now-deleted post. Someone accessed their Nest account after the breakup. It's not the full clip. What's coming next? Is worse? Theories spread like wildfire. Some said Chrissy leaked it herself to expose Jim. Others claimed Jim's team leaked it to gain sympathy before her tell-all interview next week. But then everything changed again. A second audio clip emerged, an argument recorded on a phone left on speaker. The voice on the other end, Jim's manager screaming, "You need to control her. If she talks, we're all done." And then Jim replying low and broken, "It's already too late." Fans replayed those words over and over. What was too late? What were they covering up? And what did "we're all done" mean? As the chaos unfolded, celebrities began to weigh in. Layla posted a cryptic tweet, "Truth burns, but lies scar." It was deleted within minutes. Chrissy's best friend, model Zoe Quinn, uploaded an Instagram story that said simply, he wasn't supposed to hit record. Then deleted it an hour later. Meanwhile, Jim went radio silent. No statements, no appearances, nothing. But that silence only made things worse. Paparazzi camped outside his Los Angeles home, claiming to hear shouting from inside. TMZ reported that emergency responders had been called to the property, unconfirmed. But enough to send social media into a meltdown. Fans began posting threads titled "Jim's Breakdown is Happening Live." Then, around midnight, a new leak appeared. A 3-second clip posted on a burner Twitter account, showing what looked like Jim alone, disheveled, pacing in a dark room, muttering, "They'll destroy me if I tell them." The video vanished within minutes, but screenshots spread instantly, and just as the internet began to catch its breath, another twist shattered what little sanity remained. A close friend of Chrissy's, speaking under anonymity, told a popular gossip podcast that the argument wasn't about infidelity, it was about money, allegedly. Chrissy had found out about a secret production deal, one that Jim had signed using both their names without telling her. She wasn't just angry, the insider said. She was betrayed financially and emotionally. She wanted out. That night she confronted him and he snapped. The podcast episode was pulled offline within hours, replaced with a legal takedown notice. But by then, it didn't matter. Every word was screen recorded, reposted, and analyzed by millions. Reddit users started connecting dots between Jim's financial documents and an offshore account discovered under an alias, James M. Cole. One user even claimed to have access to the bank filings. He moved half her equity. The post read, "It's all real." The argument was never about love. It was about the betrayal. By dawn, even Chrissy's family weighed in. Her sister tweeted she begged him not to make it public. He left her no choice. The tweet was deleted, but screenshots don't die on the internet. Fans began flooding Jim's socials with the same comment over and over. "You said she was gone." And then, the most shocking development yet. A private voicemail surfaced, allegedly from Jim, to an unknown number. His voice cracks as he says, "I didn't mean for any of this. She wasn't supposed to see it. Please tell them I didn't mean it." But who was he talking to? Layla, his manager, or someone else entirely? As the clip spread, one detail froze viewers. In the background, faintly, the sound of crying. Not Jim's. A woman's. Fans boosted the audio, isolated the frequencies, and swore it matched Chrissy's voice. Within hours, tabloids screamed proof she was there. A storm of hashtags followed. Hashtag justice for Chrissy. Hashtag Jim exposed. Hash the video they didn't want to see. Reporters camped outside both their homes. Helicopters hovered. And yet, amidst the chaos, one tweet silenced everything. From Chrissy's official account, it's posted at 2:14 a.m. "If they see the rest, none of us walk away clean." The internet froze. Was it a warning? A confession? A threat? No one knew. But then, a hacker group calling itself the Backroom claimed to have the full uncut footage, and they promised to drop it in less than 48 hours. A posted a blurred screenshot as proof. A timestamp read 1 hour 37 minutes and 42 seconds a.m. And below it, two silhouettes, Jim, Chrissy, facing each other in total darkness, the world lost its mind. And just when fans thought they'd reached the peak of madness, something unthinkable happened. A new message appeared on Chrissy's private backup account, one no one had access to. Until now, by the next morning, the world had gone completely insane. The backroom kept their word. The full video leaked at exactly 3 a.m., uploaded to a hidden server that crashed within minutes from the sheer volume of traffic. But not before hundreds downloaded it, mirrored it, and spread it everywhere. Chrissy storms into frame first, barefoot mascara streaking down her face, clutching her phone. "You lied to me," she shouts, voice trembling. Jim follows, shirt half-buttoned, eyes wild. "You went through my emails," he growls. She throws something, maybe a glass, and it shatters against the wall. Then, in a voice that's barely audible, "You took my name off the contract." The internet stopped breathing because that line confirmed it. The rumors about the secret production deal were true. Fans instantly pulled archived filings from the California Business Registry. A shell company, SolarGate Media, had Jim's signature, and only his. The deal, worth millions, was supposed to include Chrissy as co-producer. Instead, she'd been erased. And then, at timestamp 2:14, the moment that detonated the fandom, Chrissy's voice drops to a whisper. "Was it worth it?" Jim steps closer, face unreadable, and says, "You don't understand. They made me do it." She freezes. "Who?" she demands. But before he can answer, the screen cuts to black. But not before the audio keeps rolling for 2 more seconds. 2 seconds. And in that space, another voice is heard. A woman's voice. Call saying, "Don't tell her yet." The world exploded. Who was the voice? Fans ran it through AI analysis tools, matching tone and frequency. The results? A 97% match with Layla Torres. Her team denied it immediately, calling it deepfake manipulation. But then a new leak surfaced. A text thread, allegedly between Layla and a studio executive. Timestamped just a week before the argument. Layla, he said he'd fix it before she found out. Xac, it's too late. She already knows. Lee. Then it's over. Tell him I'm done protecting him. Screenshots, timestamps, message headers, everything looked authentic. Fans compared metadata and found the sender device matched one of Layla's old iPhones. Still, her lawyer threatened lawsuits. Her Instagram went dark. The speculation only deepened. Meanwhile, Chrissy's inner circle began speaking out. Zoe Quinn appeared in a live stream, visibly shaken. She wasn't just hurt, Zoe said. She was terrified. She told me she'd found something bigger than either of them, something that could destroy careers. But when pressed on what that meant, Zoe's stream abruptly cut off. Moments later, her account was locked, Twitter threads multiplied by the second. One claimed that the argument wasn't about love or money, but about a cover-up. An insider who claimed to have worked in legal for SolarGate. Media leaked an email chain that mentioned unauthorized footage and non-disclosure payments. Thiab, emails referenced a folder titled SGM_Blackvo. Fans speculated it contained behind-the-scenes recordings from their upcoming docuseries Raw. Footage never meant to air. And then, a voice memo leaked from an unknown source. In it, Chrissy can be heard crying, saying, "If this ever gets out, they'll bury me. They'll bury us both." Every gossip outlet, every fan forum, every talk show went into meltdown. Theories multiplied faster than anyone could disprove them. Was Chrissy blackmailing Jim? Was Jim protecting someone else? Why did Layla vanish from social media entirely after 9 a.m.? The next twist came from an unexpected source, Jim's ex-publicist. A woman named Melina Cortez, who went on a rogue live stream. "You all think you know what that fight was about," she sneered. "You don't. That wasn't their first argument. It was the last of 7, and every single one was recorded." The internet nearly imploded. Melina claimed that Jim had been secretly documenting his arguments with Chrissy for months, for legal protection. She said those recordings were stored in a cloud drive under the name JNC Archive. and that someone, she wouldn't say who, had hacked it. "The clip you've seen," Shay said, "that's not the worst one. The real one hasn't even dropped yet." Fans begged her for proof. Melina smirked and pulled out her phone. "You want proof?" she said, and played a 5-second snippet, Chrissy's voice, trembling. "If you tell them about the messages, they'll come for me." Then silence. Her account was banned less than an hour later. But the damage was irreversible. Within minutes, that 5-second snippet was everywhere. Fans began to dissect every word, every breath, convinced Chrissy was referring to something larger. A network of manipulation that went beyond her and Jim. By the next evening, news anchors were covering the story like a national emergency. Talk shows ran split screens of Jim and Chrissy's faces side by side, with dramatic captions like "truth" or "tragedy." Jim's lawyer finally issued a statement, calling all leaks doctored. But social media wasn't buying it. Then an anonymous Twitter account called @VaultWitness posted what they called proof of the cover-up. It was a studio memo, dated 3 months before the breakup, referencing a suppressed incident during production of The Golden Hour. The memo listed 3 names: Jim Cole, Chrissy Lane, and Layla Torres. The subject line: containment strategy. That phrase sent shockwaves. Containment strategy. What were they containing? Fans speculated it had to do with that alleged unauthorized footage. Someone on Reddit claimed to have seen it and said it wasn't about contracts or infidelity, but something illegal. The post was deleted within minutes. But not before screenshots spread like wildfire. Layla's agent released a furious statement, accusing malicious online actors of targeting her with fabricated evidence. But then a paparazzi photo dropped that made the world stop cold. Layla, photographed outside her house at 3:17 a.m., face hidden under a hood, carrying Umbrief. What looked like a hard drive, the internet erupted. Threads appeared titled "The Drive Exists." TikTokers swore they heard Layla's voice in the leaked video again, whispering, "Don't tell her yet." Others noticed something else. In the reflection of the window in the leaked footage behind Jim, a faint blinking red light. A recording device. What if the argument wasn't spontaneous? What if it was staged? Theories divided the fandom. Team Chrissy insisted she was exposing corruption. Team Jim claimed she'd gone rogue, twisting the story for revenge. Team Layla accused both of manipulating her to cover their own scandals. And just when everyone thought the dust might settle, one last leak detonated everything. An anonymous email was sent to major news outlets with a video. Attachment labeled final_cut.mp4. It was password protected. But one outlet, against all legal warnings, cracked it. What they found was 5 minutes of pure chaos. The footage begins the same, the argument, the accusations, but this time it keeps going long after the lights go out. The audio continues in the dark. You hear sobbing footsteps, a door slam, and then a voice. Calm and chilling. Delete everything. Fans enhanced the audio. The voice didn't belong to Jim or Chrissy. It was a man's, older, deeper. Some said it matched the studio head's voice from interviews. Suddenly, this wasn't just a breakup scandal anymore. It was something darker, a cover-up involving contracts, recordings, and manipulation on a level no one imagined. And just as journalists began digging into the memo trail, the backroom posted one last cryptic message. There's one more file, the one they all forgot. It drops at midnight. Every timeline, every thread, every influencer went wild. What was in that last file? Was it the real truth? A setup, a hoax? No one knew. But one thing was certain, whatever dropped next would either save Jim or destroy him forever. Midnight, every screen on the internet was watching. Thousands refreshing Twitter, Reddit, Discord, waiting for one thing, the drop. The back room had promised the final file, the one they all forgot. And when the clock struck 12, it appeared. A single link. No caption, no warning, just the file. 01 underscore final underscore real dot mp4 dot double quotes within seconds. It was downloaded, mirrored, dissected. And then silence. Because what it showed wasn't what anyone expected. It wasn't another argument. It wasn't more audio. It was footage from before that night. It was footage from before that night. A quiet living room. Daylight streaming through sheer curtains. Jim, seated on the couch, looking exhausted. Chrissy, pacing, phone in hand. The date stamp, 3 days before the fight. At first it seems calm. He's saying, "We can fix this." "They'll spin it," she replies. "You don't get it. I saw the files, Jim. You let them film us." Her voice cracks. "You let them turn our lives into content." That's when the pieces clicked. This wasn't just about betrayal, it was about exploitation. Their entire relationship had been part of a secret reality project, hidden under the guise of a documentary. The unauthorized footage mentioned in the memo, it wasn't a rumor. It was real. Cameras had been placed in their home, allegedly under the direction of the production company to capture authentic emotional tension. But Chrissy didn't know. The rest of the clip is horrifying. She pleads with him to tell the truth. "They said it would make us the next big thing," he mutters. "I didn't think they'd go this far." She screams back, "You signed it, Jim. You signed it for both of us." And then, the moment that broke the internet, she throws a folder at him. Papers scatter, and one page briefly visible shows the logo of Solargate Media and the words "emotional." Exposure clause. The revelation was nuclear. The fight that night hadn't been about cheating or money, it was about consent. Jim had allegedly allowed hidden cameras to document private arguments for a reality fusion pitch. The footage was meant to be destroyed after testing. It wasn't. Someone kept it. Someone leaked it within minutes. Every network cut into emergency coverage. Legal analysts, celebrity attorneys, producers, all weighing in. If true, one expert said, this is criminal. Fans demanded justice for Chrissy. The hashtag they filmed her hit 10 million mentions in under an hour. Then, something even darker emerged. A file buried inside the leaked video's metadata, a subtitle track labeled Session Logs. It contained a list of recording sessions spanning 6 months, all titled Experiment A Emotion Triggers. Under observers, 3 names appeared: Jim Cole, Layla Torres, and a third name redacted except for one letter M. Theories detonated. Was M. Molina the ex-publicist? Or someone higher? Some even speculated it stood for Marcus Hale, the studio's executive producer. Within minutes, Marcus's Wikipedia page was locked from vandalism after fans flooded it with the words #TheThirdWitness.Layla. Reappeared on social media. For the first time in days, posting a single black screen with the caption, "You don't know the half of it." Then she vanished again. Meanwhile, reporters tracked down a whistleblower, a former assistant editor from Solargate. His anonymous interview aired that night. Voice disguised, face blurred. There were over 40 hours of footage, he said. Arguments, breakdowns, everything. "We were told to cut for emotion. They said it was a test project. But then Jim came in and demanded copies." The interviewer asked why. The whistleblower paused, then said because he wanted to control what got out. He said if Chrissy ever left, he'd have the story first. The internet erupted. Jim, once adored, was now trending under #CancelJimCole. His endorsements vanished overnight. His streaming deal evaporated. But just as public opinion solidified against him, Chrissy posted again a video. No caption, no context. Just her sitting in near darkness, eyes swollen, voice shaking. "They told me it would help my career," she says quietly. "They told me everyone was doing it. I didn't know it was real until I saw the cameras. I didn't know." He knew. She pauses, breathing unevenly. But there's one thing no one's seen. The file that proves who ordered it. She glances down, lifts her phone, and plays an audio clip. A man's voice. Make sure Cole signs both. If she asks, tell her it's a sponsorship clause. The voice belongs to Marcus Hale. The reaction was instantaneous, trending worldwide within minutes. Marcus Hale, one of Hollywood's most powerful producers, accused of orchestrating a secret voyeur project under the guise of experimental storytelling. Reporters surrounded his mansion. Lawsuits were filed before sunrise, and then came the most shocking twist of all. At 2:37 a.m., the back room dropped one last message. The footage you saw wasn't leaked. It was uploaded. People didn't understand until a tech journalist decrypted the file origin. The IP address tied to the initial upload came not from a hacker's server, but from Chrissy's own account. That revelation fractured the fandom in half again. Did she leak it to expose them all, or to destroy Jim? Some called her a hero, others a manipulator. Conspiracy threads claimed she'd been working with the backroom the entire time, staging the exposure to take down everyone involved. Meanwhile, Jim finally broke his silence. A live Instagram video, short and raw. His eyes hollow, his voice barely above a whisper. "You all think I'm the monster," he said. "But you don't know what they did. You don't know what she did." He held up a flash drive. "This isn't over." Then he ended the stream. 2 minutes later, Chrissy's account vanished. Deleted. Gone. Every outlet went into overdrive. Was the flash drive the same final file the backroom mentioned? What was on it? And where was Chrissy? Rumors of her checking into a private facility circulated unconfirmed. Jim was photographed boarding a private jet. Destination unknown. N as the world tore itself apart trying to decode every frame, every whisper, every